Coming up on the Sports Desk, the South High Spartans are straight spiking the competition this season. Would the Torrance Tartars be their next victims? And the North High softball team is gaining momentum just in time for the start of league play. Plus, you'll see why the Camino College softball team defines the term well-oiled machine. All this and so much more. The Sports Desk begins right now. Welcome everyone to the only sports show designed with the Torrance sports fan in mind, also known as The Desk. Thanks for stopping by. We have plenty to talk about, but before we do that, let's do this. Don't forget to connect with us on social media. Let's chat it up on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Share your videos and photos, and don't forget to give us some ideas for future stories. By all means, tag us in your posts, and we'll be sure to do the same. While it might be true that nobody's perfect, records, on the other hand, most certainly are. And as we all know, they can stay that way for a very long period of time. Take, for example, the record that belongs to the South High School boys volleyball team. At the moment, that record has a total of 0 losses. In other words, it's perfect, which explains why South is ranked 3rd in the state right now and also 3rd in the entire country. Not too shabby. The Spartans returned to action after a 12-day break to visit crosstown rival Torrance, who hadn't played in 13 days. After snapping a 2-game losing skid, the Tartars had won 2 straight heading into this one. Would they have enough to end the Spartans' perfect season, though? Cedric Welton has our answer.
The Maroon Monsoon wasn't enough to derail the Spartans' perfect season, as South Torrance prove why they're one of the top volleyball programs in the nation. Last play of the first set, Cole Cooch puts it in play. Jason Okamoto sets up Will Bravo, but it's blocked by Luke Krizmarzik. Spartans take the first set 25-18. Spartans up in the second set. Cole Cooch fools the entire Tartar defense with a reverse kill. Final play of the second set, scores 24-16. Tartars trying to stay alive, a lot of back and forth. That is until Cooch with one of his 16 assists to Max Lasson for a statement kill to close this set 25-16. Tartars down 2-0. Coach Nate Jones giving his team an earful before we start the third. Third set, Tartars were up until the Spartans went on a 9-4 run. Luke Krizmarzik with one of his 9 kills on the day. Final play of the game, Cooch sets up Noah Doherty with a ferocious kill to close it out 25-18. Make that 21-0 as South Torrance takes this Pioneer League matchup 3-0. Reporting from Torrance High School, I'm Cedric Welton for the Sports Desk.
Thank you, Cedric. Check this out. The Spartans are now 22-0, 3-0 in league play, thanks to a 3-zip win over another crosstown foe, West High School. The Warriors, by the way, fall to 8-8 overall, 1-1 in the Pioneer League. Okay, to college volleyball now. After having their 6-game win streak snapped by Long Beach City College, the El Camino men's volleyball team were hoping to rebound from that loss when they hit the road and paid a visit to Santa Monica. And it didn't end well for the Warriors. They were swept by Santa Monica. El Camino falls to 9-5 overall, 2-2 in conference. The El Camino women's beach volleyball team is quietly having an amazing season. The Warriors split their last 2 matches, beating Golden West and falling to Rio Hondo. The Warriors are now 13-4 overall, 3-2 in conference play. Okay, let's talk high school baseball. The Spartans of South High started the season on a 6-game win streak. Then, after falling to Palos Verdes in 12 innings, the Spartans rattled off 5 straight wins before losing to San Pasqual in the Lions tournament. So the question is, how would South respond to that loss, which was only their 2nd loss of the season? Don't worry, we have the answer for you. Spartans return home to play host to the Chargers of Edison High School, and that's where the newest member of our team, Becca Chance, picks up our story.
I'm here at Spartan High School, where South High School hosted Edison High in a non-conference matchup game, and Edison High took an early lead in the first, scoring a quick 3 runs. Top of the first inning, no score. Chargers come out firing. Connor Aoki gets the leadoff RBI single to left field, allowing Ted Burton to come home. Edison on the board, 1-0. Same inning, same score, but that'll change. 2 batters later, Spencer Servin sends one up the middle for a base hit, bringing in Chase Hansen. Chargers lead 2-0. Kevin Ishmael throws a wild pitch, and Connor Aoki takes advantage and runs in to score. Edison off to a great early start. Chargers lead 3-0. Now in the third inning, Spencer Servin hits one to left field. It looks like it'll drop, but Kerry Arboleda makes the awesome diving catch. His teammates really liked that one. Great defensive play by Arboleda. 2 outs, but he is not done yet. Bottom of the third, Spartans trail 2-1. Arboleda gets things going at the plate with a nice double. Then later in the 5th inning, Spartans down 2 runs. Arboleda again. He sends a solo shot deep, and it is out of here. Arboleda with a solo homer to make it a 2-3 ball game. Spartans back in this game, only trailing by 1, and the energy in the dugout has definitely changed. Julian Herta at bat, 2 runners on. Herta hits a clutch RBI single. Christopher Wada is waved to run in, and he scores. Spartans tie it up 3-3. A single, a double, and a home run. What was your mentality going into your at-bats today?
I just wasn't thinking anything. Just hit the ball somewhere, get this team some runs, and then yeah.
League play starts next week for you. What is the mindset of your team and being a leader on the team scoring-wise?
We just gotta score. Defense will do the part. Our pitchers are really good. Our hitters are getting there. And then I think we're gonna score a lot of runs and do really well.
Now in the 6th, tied ball game, Spencer Servin blasts one just over the head of Arboleda. Cisco Haley sprints in and beats the tag. Then Servin reaches third and is safe for the triple. Edison goes on to win 4-3 against South High. I caught up with Edison head coach Cameron Chin after the game to talk more about today's win over South. Scoring a quick 3 runs, does that relieve a little bit of the pressure going to the following innings or not at all?
Oh, sure, big time. You can put a 3 spot up against a team like this. You know, they've been pitching and playing defense so well. Just looking at their scores and the teams they played against, to put a 3 up against them was big. And to execute the way we did, we got a hit and run down. That scored a run and advanced a runner from first to third. So just seeing that from our offense really kind of set the tone for us. It was a good start.
Clutch RBI in the 6th inning. How important was the at-bat?
It was good. I guess I'm glad that he didn't get those 2 bunts down that we wanted him to get before. You know, unfortunately, both of those just rolled foul. So, you know, Spencer's a good hitter for us, and he picked us up when we needed it.
League play starts next week. What's your mentality going into the following week?
So league for us has actually already started, and we've had a tough start, but we've got a quality opponent in Marina, and we're hoping to kind of build off of this. Hopefully the baseball gods will start swinging.
Edison High got off to an early lead in the 1st inning, scoring a quick 3 runs, and then advanced their lead in the 6th inning with a nice RBI double. They were able to hold off South High School the remainder of the game to go on to win 4-3. I'm Becca Chance from the Sports Desk.
Becca, thanks. As you can see, the Spartans rebounded quickly with an 11-5 win over Redondo Union. South is now 12-3 on the season. All right, the Warriors of West High had their 2-game win streak snapped by Marshall in their last outing. The Warriors were back at home entertaining a team that traveled a very long distance for this game. Try 3,000 miles long. Now that's long distance. St. Peter's Prep from Jersey City, New Jersey made the trek to West Torrance. Let's see if it was worth the cross-country trip. We picked this one up in the top of the 4th inning. The score is tied at 1. Marauders threatening with a man on first and second. Nathan Newmeyer is on the hill for the Warriors. The junior right-hander delivers to Gio Kiohani, and the Warriors get the out at second. Check this out, escaping the inning without allowing another run. And that means we're still tied after 4. Bottom half of the 4th now. Kyle Sonandres is on first for the Warriors. Jack Kramer towing the rubber for St. Peter's. Jordan Koshi singles to right field, which advances Sonandres to second. And West is trying to make something happen here. Kramer drops this deuce in the dirt you'll see coming up right here. And Grant Descratrell is at the dish, and Grant tells Sonandres to go to third. Go to third, man. And now things are looking real good. But DeCottrell lines out to right field. And this game is still knotted at 1 run apiece. Top 5, another first and second opportunity for the Marauders. Joseph Hettinger in relief for West. And he gets Ryan Dorneo to ground out to short. And once again, we are tied and still playing a game of Uno. Top 6, the tie is broken. Ray Ortiz smokes this pitch into left field. Jared Rosso scores from second. St. Peter's up 2-1. And then, check this out. The steal is on. Thomas Ganaway tries to steal third. Jake Sonandres guns him down. Michael Azer makes the tag for West, and the score would stay 2-1, St. Peter's into the 7th. West kept swinging away, though. The Warriors wrapped out 8 hits over 7 innings, but St. Peter's would go on to win it by the final of 2-1. Elsewhere in high school baseball, the Tartars improved to 13-2 on the season with a 7-0 win against Hawthorne, while the Saxons improved their record to 8-5 with an 11-6 victory over Beverly Hills. Okay, college baseball now. When El Camino visited conference foe LA Harbor recently, the Warriors scored 16 runs on 18 hits en route to a 16-9 road victory. When the teams met again just a day later at Warrior Field, one can safely say the Seahawks of LA Harbor didn't forget about that loss. Nope. Off to Warrior Field we go. There is no score in the bottom of the first inning, but that is soon to change, I promise. Hi, my name is Jordan Folgers, but you can call me Jack. Solo Jack to right field, to be exact. This is the first of Jordan's 2 homers on the day. He was 2 for 4 in this one and finished the game with 3 ribs. This solo shot gave the Warriors a 1-zip lead. The lead wouldn't last, though. Seahawks strike back in the top of the 3rd. Chris Villavicencio gets all of this Daniel Alvarez offering. He leaves the yard in a hurry. It's a 2-run dinger to right field, scoring Jacob Northrup. And Villavicencio was 4 for 5 on the day with 3 RBI. And just like that, it's now 2-1 LA Harbor. Bottom half of the inning now. Spencer Palmer is at the dish for El Camino, and he singles to right field here. Palmer was 3 for 4 on the day. The good news is the Warriors would tie this game up in the bottom of the 8th inning. The bad news is they gave up 4 runs in the top of the 9th and then failed to score in the bottom half of that inning. Tough outing for the Warriors. They would go on to lose this one by the final of 8-4. The good news is the Warriors would get the last laugh as they win the 3-game series against LA Harbor thanks to this 4-3 victory in the rubber match. Cody Whistler, who went 2 for 4, drove in the game-winning run in the 7th inning. All right, we're going to take a quick timeout, but whatever you do, don't go anywhere because you won't want to miss this. Coming up next, El Camino takes on Citrus in softball, and we've got the latest scoop on Diamond Lewis. You won't want to miss this. It's good stuff. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Put the keys down, Kevin.
But I'm gonna drive home.
There are several warning signs present that you shouldn't be driving.
I've taken 25 selfies in the last 10 minutes.
26.
Yep, I'm definitely gonna call a ride home.
Welcome back to the Sports Desk, everyone. Remember to follow us on social media, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. Share your story ideas. Post your photos and videos. We want to hear from you, Torrance. After all, this is your show, so be sure to get involved. All right, back on January the 27th in just their 2nd game of the season, the El Camino College softball team lost to Citrus College by the final of 8-6. Since that time, the Warriors have gone 24-5, which includes winning 19 of their last 20 games, and it's pretty safe to say that Elko was looking forward to their next meeting with Citrus, which, by the way, took place recently at El Camino College. Terrence Davis was there, and he has our story.
El Camino has been steamrolling their opponents of late. The Warriors are one of the hottest teams in the country with just 1 loss in their last 19 games. But Citrus isn't just another opponent. They actually beat these same Warriors earlier in the season 8-6.
Bottom of the 2nd inning,
El Camino trailing by a couple of runs when Jasmine Cross lines a 2-run single just past the shortstop's glove to tie the game at 2 apiece. Next batter, Lina at the plate. Kraus at second breaks for third base. The throw sails off target, and Kraus scores off the error to give the Warriors their first lead of the game. 2 batters later, Ashley Machado drills a double up the middle, scoring De La Torre and Diamond Lewis. El Camino goes up 5-2. Next batter, Annie Adamo singles up the middle, scoring Machado. The Warriors extend their lead 6-2. In the top of the 6th, Citrus down just a run. Valerie Ortiz flies out to Kraus in right field. Kraus's throw to first gets past Adamos, but Machado gloves it and throws to first for the game-ending double play. Warriors win 6-5. After the game, I asked a few of these Warriors how they continue to find ways to win.
We've have gotten a lot better with our hitting. Instead of pop-ups, we're hitting on the ground and where we need to put it. So with our hitting, I know that helps us a lot. And then our defense, since we're so quick in the outfield, we can get the balls in, which doesn't allow them to score as many runs.
Going out there with expectations instead of coming out here and being scary to play. We just play fearless and go out there and know that we can do it and know that we believe in each other and we're going to pick each other up no matter what happens out there.
Lewis, a freshman, has hit safely in all 28 of her games and leads the team in batting average and total hits. She says her passion for the game has fueled her success.
I just go out here and I play with my heart, not my skill. And since I respect the game and love the game so much, I just go out here and love what I do. So I play, and I just let my heart take over any decision that I make out here on the field.
I spoke with Coach Raposa, and she said despite the win, she was not pleased with her team's performance today.
We played pretty complacent, a little too laid back. I saw a lack of focus. We looked really lethargic, and we work a lot on playing catch. A lot. It's probably one of the things we do the most, and we did not play catch very well today. So it was.
The Warriors have now extended their win streak to 9 games. Reporting from El Camino softball field, I'm Terrence Davis with the Sports Desk.
Terrence, thanks. To quote the famous James Bond movie theme song, "Diamonds are forever," especially when they appear in the pages of Sports Illustrated. As we first reported to you a couple of weeks back, El Camino softball's freshman sensation Diamond Lewis was featured in SI's popular Faces in the Crowd section. And as you can imagine, Lewis has received a lot of attention since the Sports Illustrated issue was released, and we caught up with her recently to ask what it was like to be mentioned in such an iconic publication.
I couldn't believe it because honestly I came a long way, and I feel like so much work and effort that I once was like, dang, nothing's happening. Now all of a sudden it's all starting to pay off, even though it took a couple years, but it's fine. I'm going to still keep pushing because I love the game. So no matter what, I'm going to always give 120%. No matter what award I get, whether it's a gold medal or Sports Illustrated, at the end of the day, I'm still going to keep the same heart and always stay humble.
And the good news doesn't stop there for Diamond. Oh, there's more. Get this, Diamond Lewis will be throwing out the first pitch at historic Dodger Stadium this season. How cool is that? This was made possible thanks to Dodgers RBI, which is a youth baseball and softball development program that Diamond participated in when she was younger.
2 years ago, I played with Dodger RBI, and the Dodgers they sponsor the softball team there. So I guess they heard, and they were like, oh, she got Sports Illustrated. So they were like, okay, we want her to come out and represent, because I don't think a softball player from Dodger RBI has done that yet. So yeah, and I feel like it's kind of new that a softball player is in Sports Illustrated. I haven't seen one yet, so.
Now that's what's up. Good stuff. We'll keep you posted on her first pitch at Dodger Stadium. For now, Lewis leads the Warriors with a .547 batting average. She has 52 hits and 32 RBIs through 27 games this season. All right, to high school softball now. After going 2-3 through 5 games in the Spring Jamboree Tourney in Las Vegas, the Saxons of North High returned home to defeat Carson High by the final of 3-zip. For the Saxons, it was their 10th win of the season. Next up for North, a double dip with Woodrow Wilson, not the actual guy, but rather the high school in Long Beach named after him. Danny Miskell has our story.
Thanks, AJ. We just wrapped up Game 2 of a doubleheader, and North took the W on both games against Woodrow Wilson. They got off to a great lead in the first inning alone, scoring 2 RBIs, and things kind of started to get a little intense at the bottom of the 7th, but fortunately, the Lady Saxons defense did not let up. Top of the first inning, Lady Saxons have runners on second and third base. Bella Gonzalez steps up to the plate, and she's behind on the count 0-2. But she smacks the ball to right field and gets to second, knocking in Rayanne Saye and pinch runner for Marissa Garza. Now that's some explosive offense coming from the Saxons to kickstart this game. And Bella, she's on a roll following her 2 home runs from Game 1.
I was just looking for my pitch. She was trying to jam me, and I just kept pulling it foul, waiting for her to miss her spot. So I was just practicing seeing the ball, and it just worked in my favor today.
It's always nice to jump out to a lead, you know, rather than play from behind. That's what nervous time was, when they had base runners off and on throughout the game, and we did a good job of keeping them off the scoreboard.
Like right here in this play, we see Michelle Dewan bunt it right to Kylie Saiwi, who throws it to Brianna Diaz, and they get the Bruin out at first. Kylie's pitching, and she's hitting her spin. Watch right here. Strikes out Sinclair Lahorn and doesn't give up another run.
I sort of knew their weaknesses from the first game I pitched, so I started to use that against them. They chased my high balls, or they got jammed in the inside pitches, and sometimes they chased outside, so I just threw whatever.
Rounding out the bottom of the first, Caitlin Howard up next for the Bruins, and the bases are loaded. Joette Vega's on third. Caitlin knocks her in with this line drive to shortstop, scoring the Bruins' first run of the game. Now Kylie is going to start to change things up.
I threw a lot of screws and curves, and my off-speeds weren't working today, but I threw some rises too to throw them off too. So
now it's the top of the fourth. Rayanne Saye is at the plate. She's got Sylvia Monteverde on second base, and Rayanne pops it out to center field. And the Bruins commit this fielding error, giving Sylvia enough time to come home and score the third run for the Saxons. And now we're at the bottom of the seventh. Score remains 3-1 Saxons. The Bruins have Samanina Anda on third base, as Sinclair Lahorn knocks Samanina in with this sacrifice fly to left field for another RBI single, now giving the Saxons a 1-run lead. The Bruins are putting some pressure on the Saxons now with only 1 out. But they went on to get Caitlin Howard out at first, making the count now 2-2. And then Sydney Freijanes at the plate. She pops the ball out to right field and right into Cynthia Guerrero's mitt. And that's ball game. Final score 3-2 Saxons.
They were a pretty good team. I was kind of surprised how much talent they had. Yeah, I was expecting the ball each and every pitch because they were hitting it hard, and we just have to be prepared.
They threw me off a little bit, but they're a good team altogether. Hitting and defensively, they're good, and they played well together.
And as for Kylie, she pitched all 7 innings and would only give up 2 runs, 7 hits, 4 walks, and she struck out 8. Now the Lady Saxons have a little momentum heading into league play.
Any momentum at all is good, you know, going into league, and right off the bat we have one of the tougher teams in the league.
I feel really pumped and excited because we have league games coming up next week, so I'm thinking that our momentum from this game will carry on to West on Wednesday, so I'm excited.
The Lady Saxons are now on a 3-game winning streak heading into league play, where they will first face off against West. And AJ, I can tell you, they are fired up and they're going to be bringing their A game. Reporting from the North High softball field, I'm Danny Miskell with the Sports Desk.
Danny, many thanks. Let's check out a couple of softball scores. West improves to 17-2 with their 10th straight win. Wow. The Spartans win again. They're now 15-4 on the season. All right, we're going to take another quick timeout here on the Sports Desk. Don't move a muscle, though. Still to come, these young ladies represented El Camino quite well at the South Coast Conference Championships. We'll tell you how they did. And we're going to get to know this North High senior softball player. Stay with us. The Sports Desk will be right back.
I'm Ferdinand. You look at me and think big. You think scary. But I'm a little misunderstood. Sorry, I almost killed you. Kids with learning and attention issues are misunderstood too. Take the time to understand. Learn more at understood.org.
Welcome back to the Sports Desk, everyone. When they wanted someone to fight for them, someone who had their backs, they called Ito and Giese. Sounds like an ad for a law firm, but it's not. You see, when the Elko women's tennis team needed a boost, they relied heavily on their #1 team in doubles, and that would be the team of Lina Ito and Maddie Giese. Recently, the El Camino dynamic duo finished in 2nd place at the South Coast Conference Championships. Ito is on the left of your screen and Giese on the right. This is video, by the way, from a recent match. These ladies here came up short in the conference title game, falling by the score of 8-1. Ito and Giese, who scored 2 wins at the conference championships, finished the regular season with a record of 10-4. The Warriors as a team finished the season 5-9, 4-2 in conference play. Ito and Giese both qualified for the California Community College State Championships, which will take place on April 27th. We'll be sure to pass along their results. Best of luck, ladies. And we end this show with a segment that can be best described by saying, getting to know you, getting to know all about you. Be thankful I didn't sing that because I was gonna. Let's meet one of our local athletes now. What do you say? After all, that's what the Sports Desk is all about. Danny Miskell is going to introduce us now to a senior on the North High softball team. Danny, tell us who your friend is.
Thanks, AJ. We're calling this the senior segment, and I'm here with senior Mina Nakawake, and she's going to tell us a little bit more about herself and how she's been playing varsity and what's going to happen after she graduates. So, Mina, can you go ahead and tell us what positions you play on the team?
I play shortstop or middle infield, and I do play outfield sometimes.
All right. So which position do you like better?
I love shortstop.
Why is that?
You get more involvement in the game. Outfield, you are involved, but infield, you really have to be on top of your game, and every pitch you have to be involved with every pitch.
Yeah.
You're there.
There's a lot more action happening with that position. And you've been playing all 4 years for North, right?
Yes.
So just tell me overall, what have you loved about the experience of playing softball for North?
I love the community here, the team. We're all very, very close. I would say out of all the sports here, softball does have the best bond. The coaches are very relaxed and they're easy to talk to. They're not just like, oh, you're coach, that's it. You know, you can talk to them. You can talk to them outside of like softball, you know.
Yeah.
And it's a really good community and I like it.
That's so great. So you have a pretty close relationship with Coach Miller.
Yes.
What's he like as a coach?
He's very humorous. He likes to be sarcastic. He does play jokes with you, but he's really a good coach, and I do like him.
That's awesome. Well, what did you think about winning the header game today against Woodrow Wilson?
I didn't really have too much expectations for the game because anything can happen. Second game kind of got dull. The first game we did really good, but the second game kind of got dull, but we were able to push through and keep the score going.
Yeah, and now you guys are heading into league. So how do you feel about this being the last time you're going to play all the teams in the league?
Nervous but super excited. Our first game is against West, and they are kind of our rivals. And I don't know, every year they're always like, we're always back to back with them. So I'm really, really excited.
Where are you planning to go after you graduate? What colleges are you looking into?
Elko is always an option. If I do go there, I would love to play softball there because I've been talking to the coach there, and the coach seems super, super cool. Other than that, academic-wise, I'm going towards San Francisco or Fullerton and maybe Long Beach.
That's great. And what are you thinking about studying?
I want to go into like the dental. So yeah, I want to be an orthodontist. So a lot of schooling, but hopefully I get there.
And do you think you'll come back to Torrance and open up a practice and work on everyone's teeth over here?
I mean, hey, why not? Why not?
Actually, I have one final fun question. Okay. What's some of your favorite hangout spots around here in Torrance?
Hangout spots. Well, the beach is only like 10 minutes away. I love going to the beach. The malls are always fun.
Any places you like to eat?
Any places I like to eat? That's hard. I really like bread, but like that's not really. There's not. I don't know. I don't really know. I love Panera.
Yeah.
I can eat Panera any day, but yeah.
So Torrance, you could probably catch her at Panera Bread when you're not seeing her catching the ground balls over here on the field. Well, thank you so much, Mina. It was nice to meet you. And good luck to you for the rest of the season and obviously after you graduate, and I think you'll make a fine orthodontist. All right, back to you, AJ.
Danny, great job. I like bread, by the way. Nothing wrong with bread. By the way, Danny called that the senior segment. Senior Scene is actually hosted by Hope Wachowski. It's also on this channel, just so you know. All right, that does it for this edition of the Sports Desk. Thank you so much for joining us. As always, we appreciate your support. My name is AJ Vittone, and I've seen, heard, and said enough for 1 week. We'll continue this conversation again next week. I promise. Until then, don't forget to follow the Sports Desk on social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. And remember, you can email us as well. We'd love to hear from you. That's all the time we have, sports fans. We'll catch you next time right here on the Sports Desk.